Hello, I'm Bastien Laloz, in charge of the development and amelioration of the vineyards at Domaine Polmas. Here we are in the parcel of Syrah, AOP Grès de Montpellier, between the sea that's behind me with the Tow Bay and the land with the Cévennes in front of me. Since 2000, when Jean-Claude restarted the family estates, we have this philosophy for all the parcels to protect our environment in the parcels and in all the biodiversity surrounding the parcels. We don't use chemical pesticides, only copper and sulfur. And in 2006, we have the certification of the first organic grown parcels. So we are at Astelia, and I will speak about our way to work the vineyards. So first, the soil is really important. Here we can see that the soil is drying, and we see this slot. This slot will increase the drought, so we really have to remove the slots. So we'll have a mechanical action to preserve the water resource in the soil and avoid the evaporation. So with the mechanical action, we can see that now the texture is totally different, and this really fine texture will help to keep the water in the soil and avoid the evaporation. So behind me we are working between the row of vines. We remove the soil, the between of the row, and at the same time when we remove the soil, we remove the weeds. It's really important, especially after a rainy springtime, because we don't want that the weeds take control in the parcels. We are with Eden. She helps us for, especially in young vines, for decavators and during the harvest. It's really interesting because there is less settlement and less compaction on the soil. So it is really interesting to work with Eden in our unique terroir, like in Astelia. Welcome in the Chez Astelia. It's our small crafted winery where we are doing the vinification of selected parcels, our best parcels in Languedoc, south of France. Today we will explain the travel of the grapes from the harvest to the wine. For white wines, we put the grapes directly in the pneumatic press. Once we start the pressing, the must is going there. We pump the must in a vat in the cellar, and we do a racking. Racking is separation of the clear part of the must from the vegetal particles. For the red wines, the travel is a bit different. The grapes are going with the conveyor to this hooper. In this hooper, we can either smash or not the grapes, depending on what we want for the wines. And we can go on the left basket or the right basket. So we fill the basket with the grapes. We put the basket on the top of a vat, and we can open the basket to fill the vat. Once the vat is full, and we can start the maceration and the fermentation. So to manage the maceration and the extraction, we have this machine to do pigeage. So pigeage is an imitation of we're doing the ancient with feet to break the marcat. So with this machine we can squeeze and push the marcat and break the marcat all over the vat. And we can do also some délestage to increase the extraction of color, tannins and all the flavors, of course. So we have seen how we grow our grapes organically. We've seen the process to how to make some wines. And now it's time to have a tasting with Nicolas Lugan in charge of the French market. Hi, Nicolas.
Hello, Bastien, how are you?
Good to see you. It's organic wine, 75% of Cabernet and 25% of Syrah. So it's really plots that Jean-Claude Mas selects for to make the Grand Vin, which means the Greek wine.
Okay, the color is the dark red with a purple tint?
Yes.
The nose, very interesting. A note of mocha, torrefaction, coffee, very dark fruit.
Yes.
Very concentrated, you know.
We can smell all the work on the ripening of the grapes in this glass.
Yeah, it's rich, nice tannin, and very long in the mouth, very deep, very interesting. Perfect match with this wine is perhaps duck, roasted duck, you know.
Roasted duck.
Yeah, I think for me it's perfect. Of course, a côte de bœuf, of course, a nice piece of meat, and great cheese. Interesting.